To be chilling with us, can come chill with us. This is my box. I'm claiming this is my box where DarkRainbows
I'm
lives.
trying to find your box. Where are you? Oh, get up this. I'm up.
Negative 68.
That's not that box.
Negative. Oh, you're in the area.
Oh, there you are. I
Yeah.
can see you.
Yeah, I can see you. There
Oh,
you
this
are.
is your box.
Crypto
Oh, this
Surfer.
is a nice place.
It is a nice box.
Yeah, it's a very nice box.
You want to come? Would you like to come visit my box?
I don't know. I don't know. Is it clean?
No, it's not. But you're welcome to it, even though it's half clean. I don't know. Have you got your own box to live in?
Maybe I'd have to wipe my feet on the way out.
You probably would.
You should put a rug there. You should put a rug there.
Oh, look, I've got my
Hey,
bed.
I'm thinking.
My bed is bed/rug.
Oh, that's your bed. That's your bed / rug / dinner table.
That you got your grubby feet on.
Oh, underneath now.
That's it.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
If you wouldn't mind staying on top of the floor, that'd be ideal. Why don't you pick a box, mate? You can
wipe my feet on the way out.
Yeah, that'd be good. Close the door
I want to be higher than.
Close your door on the way in.
No. Do I want to be higher than you? Does your smell rise?
It does.
I think I should be.
Hot air rises.
Yeah, hot air rises. I
do like to let it rip. That's how.
Oh, what's the primary let's say? Are there any big boxes around here? Oh, that seems like a double. There's a double. There's a 2-story box here.
Yeah, but you might get a troll living underneath you. Or you might get a double house. That's a good idea.
There's a double. How do you get in? Oh no, there's no floors. There's no floors to the double house.
Might be a risk. Yeah, I'll take the risk. No, you can't even get in there.
No.
You can just look at it.
Well, that was not for sale. That was not available, obviously.
If you could get on it, it has a balcony on the other side.
Nice touch. Okay, yeah, I'm right at the top. I found my box.
Yeah, I reckon you can jump. Oh, you found it? But I'm going to see if I can jump.
Yeah, I found it.
Right, I'll come back
let's
to
get to this box.
This one?
Oh, top. I'm going top. I'm right at the top.
I'll come back to that balcony. I want to see what box you've
chosen. I don't know whether.
It's a bit of a.
I don't know whether I should take the left.
Oh, this is nice. Hey.
Yeah, this is.
Hang on a minute.
Sorry, mate. No.
Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Hey.
Sorry, you chose it.
Well, you know, there's 2 here. Maybe I'll live in this one.
Nice.
This is nice.
You get upstairs.
I mean, to be fair, you can decide which one you want out of these 2. But I'll take the one that you don't want, being that you found this place. See, I was too lazy to walk up to the top. You made the effort.
Yeah, you got a little bit too excited. You sort of just went for the first block that you saw.
Dude, it was premature. I thought someone else was going to grab
it. No. To be honest, I'm happy with either. Now that we're both here, maybe we can have a... Yeah. Which one do you fancy?
No. You have to pick. You can't pick
mine.
You got to pick, mate. I do.
Oh, you see, I like the small one on the right because it's cute. It's cute, you know. But when I have parties and have friends around, it might not be big enough.
Yeah, that's see. This one
we can fit at least 30 people inside.
Probably could.
We need to start that. We need to start try getting 30 people
30
inside.
Before you kind of literally go inside each other and start bowing.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're not worthy. We're not worthy. Alright.
Okay, so I'm going to take the smaller one. I'm going to take the smaller one.
Damn it.
Yeah, I'm going to take the smaller one. This is cute. This is cute.
Yeah, I do like that box. Alright.
Okay, we have a balcony. Do you reckon we can get around to it? You like it?
I do like that box. Good on you. It's a good box.
5,000 Doge. I'll take Doge for it.
You take Doge? I've got a bit of Doge. The market might be crashing as well, so I might be able to get a bit more.
20% down today. I know what's going on.
Yeah, it's over. I think the bear market's in. I think there's a lot of people.
I don't know though.
I don't know.
I got a feeling the sentiment is that it's going to hang around here for a little while.
Yeah, It usually goes
Really.
down
I
on
don't know.
weekends.
Yeah, exactly. That's
So
exactly it.
I don't know. I think maybe they're
Oh,
looking for maybe one more push up. Then there might be a few people looking to exit. And there's definitely the argument to be made that it's just a dip for the big one, but I don't know.
yeah, I keep having a look at Plan B's chart, and according to that, we're still in for another run.
Yeah, it's
But
like
I don't know. I don't know. Are people going to? When are people going to start buying it?
it's like I mean
Nobody I know.
10,000 to
More.
60,000, like that's
Yeah,
pretty bullish.
that's substantial, right? Yeah. So on your screen, when you look at me, am I facing in or am I facing?
You're facing in.
I'm facing in. Okay, so if I, okay, which way am I facing? Ah, I have to turn my. Okay, I
Now
have to
you're
turn it that
facing
way
out.
on my screen. Right, I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
So I just want to let you know that when I'm not here, can you just make sure that nobody comes into my box?
All right, no worries. I'll keep close guard. I'll make sure that especially
Yeah,
Tobik doesn't get in here, and New Legends
yeah.
and Res 2-3. They've got to get their own box.
And they do, and they have to claim it quick because they're running out. We should do a pre-sale.
And there's plenty of them. There's plenty of them. Yeah, we should do a pre-sale before they go into like some other VR game. Otherwise they'll be like, I didn't get the box I wanted.
We may have to double up.
Double up? Nah,
Right?
there's not enough room. There's not enough
Cozy,
room.
you know?
Can't share my box. I have a box in a box. My attic. I have an attic.
You do. You do. Well, I have one, but it's much smaller than yours.
Oh, you have an attic as well.
Everything of mine just seems to be smaller than yours. I don't know why.
It's true.
How tall are you in real life?
About 6 foot.
Yeah, I had a feeling. I thought this guy's 6 foot.
How about you?
How tall do you think I am? Guess. Go on, take a guess. 5'7.5". Don't forget the half.
No, you got to count the half.
That's important.
You always count.
When you're 5'7", the half makes a difference.
Oh, big time. We could all use a little extra half.
It comes in handy.
It does.
Spot.
All right. Where to next, mate? Now that we've got the territory sorted and we don't have to be territorial with each other anymore, like
get off my box.
Homeless dogs.
We have houses. Cool. So what do you think about that DAO? Are you for delegation?
Well, I came into it new today, right? So basically there were two arguments. The one where the first one was they were selling you like a technical thingy where it was, hey, I've got a lot of wallets, I'd like to merge them all into one. And then the second part of it was, what was the second part of it? I forgot what the second part was.
Sorry, did I? Now that you've just said that, I have no idea. I blame Mary Jane.
Oh no, yeah. So it said that they can merge. That they wanted to be able to get something about to do cold storage, and that was going to help them organize their wallets. But then it wasn't going to change the whole giving a wallet to someone else to delegate your votes. And then it was decided that, well, if the first part is solved and we're able for you to conveniently put your wallets together, would you then not want the ability to delegate your votes? And they said no. So basically, the first point about cold storage was just rubbish. It was just like a smoke and mirrors or whatever.
Exactly. Why would they put the second part in?
Yeah. So I mean, there was a lot of time wasted.
Yeah, they seem to get a little bit touchy about that.
Well, they just danced around it. And it was very clear, and it was an awkward silence, and it just was very clear they did not want to give a response to that, probably because the response was already obvious, and that was the truth. That they just wanted to get more power to vote. Because surely the whales know each other.
Yeah, they have enough already.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. The OGs, they're all
Enough's
they
never
were here right at the beginning, building the place out.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I see these bots on Twitter and they say things like, someone's just transferred 150 million. I mean, we don't know what sort of money this is, whether it's loaned or what it is. But I mean, they want more. They want more. And
I mean, someone built this. Like whatever we're on now, someone built it, and they probably want the rewards for it because we're enjoying it.
Yeah.
And I do enjoy it, but you still, I don't know. Like maybe you have to decide that whatever you have now is enough, and if you're trying to squeeze it for more, then the people who are here for it to go to the next level, which is like you and me, to make it, we're very important for mass adoption, right? Like just not in the sense of financially, but in the sense of providing community spirit. Like we're part of that, and if they kind of want us here, then we're not smart enough to kind of not see. Hey, we got Rez.
Hey.
Yeah, it's me. Hey, I just want to add something in on that. I'm good, man. I was listening for that full chat with Kevin on Earth and everyone, and it was really awkward in my opinion. Like, I don't mean to talk bad on everyone. I know you're streaming, but it was a very good setup. I like how it was recorded, and I like how it was live for everyone to listen to. Yeah. So it was a good idea on that front, but it could have been done a very different way. It felt like an argument from the start, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Might have been.
That's from an outsider's perspective.
Yeah. So what do you mean? Like you felt it wasn't?
I felt it was just a bit hostile. Like I don't understand everyone was giving each other a bit of chance to speak and stuff, but it just felt a bit too formal and everything. You know what I mean? It was like we're having a conference meeting with people who I've got no power to vote in the game whatsoever, and there was no even real talk of trying to get people involved who don't actually own land to be able to vote. You know what I mean? Like someone said, if you own a name, you should be able to vote, and I agree with that. I feel like that's quite an equal thing, really.
Yeah. I mean, if you own a name, you essentially have mana that you've locked away, right? So it's going to be however much, whatever that's worth, and however they decide that amount. But
I don't see how you owning so many things gives you more power over someone else. How is that decentralized?
Yeah, I'd agree. Like even in real life, when you're voting for the prime minister or the president, it doesn't matter how much land you have.
But then
it's one vote.
Then it's I'm trying to hear other people's suggestions on what to do instead of this, and the only real one that made any sense was Torbik. It was even that was a bit confusing. You know what I mean?
What was
he was saying? Essentially do a popularity vote, but I don't agree in a popularity vote either. That's just what the president of America is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That doesn't work very well in reality.
Yeah, popularity votes always make me feel a bit uncomfortable because the loudest person usually, and it's not always that the loudest person has always the great ideas.
No, and then what you do is you create division deliberately to try and then all you need is 50%.
Yeah.
And it's 50% is the majority, but that's 50% of people that could potentially be unhappy.
I'm in a bit of a on the fence with this one because I have a friend who introduced me to the game, and he holds a little bit more land than the average person, and he's not an active member of the community at all. I tried to get him in game because he's a cool dude, but he's off gallivanting around the world. So in that respect, I would probably, if there was an option for people to delegate, I would definitely go to him and say, would you be happy to delegate your voting rights to me? Now, some people may think that I have a little bit of an unfair advantage.
Active though.
Yeah, he's not active with the community. However, I have built on all of his land parcels, and I will continue to build on his land parcels. Yeah, tough luck now. So the question is,
no.
Tough luck now. So I can see it. But then someone then could come to me and say, hey, we know that you've got these extra votes. Would you take 10,000 USD because it's worth more than that to us? And in reality, it would be silly for me to turn that down.
Yeah,
because
a big thing for me, right? I got into this game when I found out about it. It's like the players control the game, all that sort of stuff. You know what I mean? And then when the further you get into it, the less that becomes true, in my opinion. But not in a bad. It doesn't put me off playing the game in any way. I still enjoy it just as much. Like, but I just feel like there's nothing. I kind of feel like a real life situation where, like, say, like this sounds stupid, okay, but I don't vote for my own reasons, right? So I genuinely feel like no matter what someone tells me, that my vote, like, genuinely does not matter in the grand scheme of things. Like, my singular vote does not matter at all. You know what I mean?
I have never voted in the UK. I have never voted in the UK.
What, you guys don't get, maybe it's another topic, but you guys don't get a fine if you don't vote?
No, we don't. No.
Oh,
No.
okay.
No.
All right.
That should be a thing, right? That should be a thing. But it's just like, I don't know.
You know, the way
like
Toonpunk said it quite poignantly right from the get-go. He said, "This is not a democracy." I think people need to understand that this is, and this isn't. It would be nice, a utopian idea that we can all come in and make this work, but we're all humans, and over the centuries, one thing we know is that we like to stitch each other up. Unfortunately. So we just have to, and it's, I don't know.
Power as well. It's a weird thing. Some people really like power. I don't understand that. Like, that's not what I want from voting at all. I just want my own say that's actually going to do something. I want an influence that's actually going to make an impact for the better. So I feel like after all the effort I put into the game, which I don't regret putting in whatsoever, and I'm still going to put just as much into the game, it's not going to like deter us away from, really enjoying it and put my time into it. But like, why should someone like me, who's so active, have not one say in anything that happens just because I don't own land?
Yeah. There's an interesting thing that happened. There's a new creator who bought lands. His name's BB Studios, and I don't know if you've seen it on Twitter at all.
He was very not BB Cheesy. Is that different? BB Studio?
No, BB Studios. Yeah, I think it's it's from another. I think they're jumping in from another metaverse, or they've been active in another one. I don't know exactly the backstory. Anyway, so I went along to it, and I tried to support as many of the underdogs and the newcomers coming in, so jump into their events and just hang around for a bit, because I know what that sort of support means. And then they put up their proposal to put their parcel on the POI. And I understand they're a very small operation, and so maybe it's not ideal to have something like that on the map, because there's probably, in some people's opinion, 100 other places that would probably be better suited. But it was 12,000 votes to about 12,000 votes for no and 5,000 votes for yes, and I thought, I'm going to use my 6,000 votes and give this underdog a little bit of a boost. And so it took him closer to getting that passed, and all of a sudden a whale came in and dropped 2 million for the no, and so that that just blew it out of the water completely.
So Judas, you own land and you're also building someone else's land?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
All right, nice, mate, nice. That's what I was going to say. I was wondering if operators get rights as well to vote, but
no. So my friend had. Oh no, session was detected. What are you talking about? Yeah. Let me see if I can jump in with my actual avatar. Maybe it's.
Jesus,
so while you're doing that, so you're saying that, landowners only get the votes, but the operators don't, which I guess is kind of reasonable, right? From that sense.
I understand that. Yeah, I understand it from that. But like,
say that again. Voting with mana. Yeah, absolutely. You can wrap your mana.
And do you get a vote if you hold?
Yeah. If you hold mana, you can
wrap
it, which essentially means you lock it away, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what you're doing with land.
Okay, so what? Okay, so like I don't have to have 6,000 to buy a plot of land, or say if I've got 2,000 mana, I can turn that.
Yeah.
I can wrap it, and then okay.
So it's like me, like
right,
say with my with my land. It'd actually be interesting because when you have land, the value of the land has no relevance. So I paid 46,000 mana for mine. I've got 2 parcels, but I only get 2,000 votes per parcel. So I've got 2 parcels, I get 4,000 votes. It'd be interesting to see what the votes are worth if I just kept the mana and wrapped that. Like, would I have 46,000 votes then? Like, is it a one?
No, yeah.
Like, that's like an interesting thing as well itself. So if you're used land as voting rights, you minimize your voting rights, plus the way the market's going, you would have been better off holding onto the token. And maybe from a Wales position, they might be thinking that they've been a little bit hard done by, because, and I'm just, kind of putting myself in their shoes, because just trying to think critically, because I think that they've probably been in it since 2017 or whenever it existed, and they're probably thinking that they want their rewards and they're trying to maximize their gains. And
that's like not what the game's about, though. But it's about being decentralized and for everyone involved, the community-based game. You know what I mean? And that's taken away from it completely.
I'm not so sure. One of the things I've learned from all these art drops is that they're really just hungry for the cash.
Yeah.
They're really just hungry for it. Yeah. So when I start a business, of course it's for financial gain. And I think that they've sold us this game that has a really nice idea and concept, but we have to understand that they're in this for the profit, and all those invested people are in it for the profit.
And it's a free market.
In it for the profit.
And they shouldn't feel guilty about wanting to make market. Like, we live in a capitalist world, and that's it's humanity. I would argue is much better for having a free market than it was where you got communism or whatever. But you're right in that every person in Decentraland wants to create an NFT and sell it. Like, the amount of people that have come to me now and said, oh, how to help a brother out, help me sell an NFT. And it's like, well, there's almost as many creators as there are buyers, and the buyers are really just either you genuinely like it or you're a whale and you have the disposable income. There are very few people coming at this with such a, like, I don't want to say kind-hearted, but with a decentralized.
I'm here for the kind. I mean, my initial investment when I bought the parcels, I just planned to hodl it and just rent it out in 5 years' time. So all of everything that's happened within the last year for me has just been an added bonus. I'm not really looking for any financial gain from any of my my other users, my friends that I've met in here. I mean, if they do support my work, then great. But if not, that's also okay. I would like the community to be more, giving and forgiving and compassionate and sharing, and some of these whales that have awesome power.
Yeah.
It would be nice for them to consider, the people who are active, like Rez, who doesn't have any voting power. I mean, there should be a day where if you are there on this day, you get to sign up for the vote. If you're not, you don't get to vote on it. Yeah. Just so you can see who's active. But then, I don't know. I really don't know. It's a tricky one. Either way, I'm going to continue playing as long as they don't. Silly.
Yeah, but that's kind of like also why we need kind of like soldiers leading the way, like people like Lastrom, and who are really vocal about it. Because if I don't think any of the whales, or it's not the impression that I get at the moment, that they're just going to give up their profits, right? They're absolutely going to want to make their profits, and if the community becomes decentralized, then that's just an added bonus, but it's not the priority. So the people that are coming at this, wanting it to be decentralized, is quite conveniently isn't a whale. Do you know what I mean? They have, so say for me, I've got 2 plot, and I work at Decentral Games, and Rez works with the quizzes area, or was it Duffcraft?
Duffcraft.
Duffcraft.
That's the one.
So we have some incentives of ourselves, and we kind of have to admit those biases to a degree. And Judas has some land as well.
100%.
So we have our motives, but we kind of want to exist in the game because our avatars want to earn an income and that type of thing. So
I also feel like we're like the soul centeredness of what we do isn't just around making money though. Like, at least at the minute it's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
more about like building the connections and putting out like content and like just meeting people and having a good time. Mainly, like I don't really see the majority of people who we talk with or associate with in the game trying to sell the NFTs to people, or like obviously like I make NFTs and stuff and I'm doing them in giveaways and everything, but I'm not like going around saying, "Oh, buy me NFT," you know what I mean?
No.
Yeah.
Not like shilling it. Like it needs to be done tastefully.
Yeah, exactly.
And that will come down to a person's sales ability.
Yeah, I mean, we're so early on. I get really disheartened when I see, because when we all want this platform to grow, don't we?
Yeah.
So I get really disheartened to see when I see another team not supporting another team, or another project not supporting another project.
It happens a lot.
It doesn't make sense. I mean, we're so early. I mean, the users per day average 150.
Yeah.
We really need to be getting that into the tens of thousands. We should all be banding together to do like mass marketing, mass events. None of this tribal. Not, I mean, the old virus thing is a funny thing, but what was happening recently with the DAO has really serious implications, and I can see divisions already, and it's
Because my conflict of interest as well is that DG have voted yes on this whole thing.
DP. Yeah.
So I'm trying to understand it a little more, and DG was there and they explained it, but it was very, very clear that they understood the community's issue with the votes being so concentrated, and so I
would trust DG though.
Yeah, so do I. Obviously, I do.
Yeah.
So they've acknowledged that the issue is they don't want the votes to be so concentrated, but I don't know. I'm sure they're going to do the right thing and come out and explain or help the community understand in some way, because that's a whale that you need, right? You just can't.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. I would like to know I'm gonna ask Starcraft what they did for it.
Yeah. So what's the voting ability?
Good question. I know they've got a lot of land. I know that. Shit ton. Yeah. So that's all I know. They've got I would want to estimate like 30 plus from the company, and then each person's got like a certain amount personally as well.
Yeah, be interesting to know whether where they're from, and whether you're in the same position as me, Rez.
They're from the Ukraine and Russia.
Yeah, it'd be really interesting if they voted yes on this as well. Maybe they've gone but I'd like to know their reasoning too. So it's like, at what stage do we as the small guys kind of go, let's just put trust in the whales and think that they're going to look after us? As long as they get to eat first.
If it's two projects like DG and DapCraft, for example, like that's two people who's quite involved in the community. If they're voting yes on it, then it does need to be looked at a lot closer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think
now.
I mean, what probably the realistic perspective is to think of this that it's already gone through. I think that's really all it is. Like, I think the reality is it's going to go through. It only took one whale to push it through, and we have to. I think if we still believe in this and what this is to work within those rules. Like, okay, the votes are going to be delegated now, and so we need to be speaking to certain groups if we want to push something through. That's kind of how it is. And I hope that they would want to support 100 Rainbows. I would hope that even a whale or a small guy would want to support kind of what's happening. But you're still at their mercy, and it's not a nice feeling.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to get YOLO on the map. I'd love to get Moonroom on the map, but I'm a little bit apprehensive at the moment. I don't want to put my foot forward and get shut down and have that stain on my reputation that this didn't pass, and it'll make me think, well, why am I here? Why am I really here? Do they really support what I'm doing?
Because BB Cheesy put it through, right? I mean, that's probably what you're talking about. That BB Cheesy was quite vocal that he couldn't get his point of interest in, and he was super angry about it. And I get it.
Yeah.
Maybe didn't handle it the best way.
Super angry.
Because
Yeah,
I didn't hear that. What did he? What's his reaction?
just
lots
is basically
lots
this
of
is shit. This is
profanities.
shit.
Yeah, so I can
This
shit.
is crap. I'm getting
This is
out of
not
here.
proper. Yeah,
This is
yeah.
decentralized. And just really just shitting on everything, but at the same time, not going to sell his land, but just kind of voice his anger, which is like it's just kind of one of those things where it's just getting you nowhere. But I get his anger. I get that he was angry. I get that, but
Yeah.
wasn't
If I think I put that up there and it was rejected for POI, I think I'd put a poll up and say, look, or not a poll, but I'd put something out to the community and say, what do I need to do? But what do I need to do? Why was this rejected? And you'd expect a response, and then you have something to work towards.
Yeah.
And say, well, okay, well, this is what they need, and I'm going to give that to them, and they can't refuse it.
But the thing is,
you're right.
But I don't know enough about BB Cheesy as well. Like, if someone's gone to the effort of voting no, like, is it because they just didn't want anyone else to grow? Or is it because they want certain people and brands to grow? We don't. We want to give the whale the benefit of the doubt and thinking that they wanted to grow the world the right way. But because we don't know, we're left to our own conclusions, which is dangerous in itself.
And the thing is, we know who voted against or voted for because we can see it, thing. And it just makes it very personal. Yeah, I mean, we know who voted against BB Cheesy, and he hasn't, and no reason has been given why. It'd be nice to say, well, this is why. It's not that I don't like you or whatever. It's not personal, but it's purely.
But it's personal now. Like the bridge is burnt there because BB Cheesy was saying this guy voted against me and he called him a fucking asshole in front of the in the town hall. So it's like you can't use more colourful language than that.
And this guy, he called that name out. He's a very talented, very skilled technician with the computer, and that's not someone I would be insulting, honestly.
Yeah, I
mean, I don't know him personally, but from my experience of seeing his posts and how involved he is in DCL.
Yeah, I mean, you're angry, but you just can't. You can't do that. And then you kind of
It's not very cool.
Especially on the internet, because people can just block you very easily.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty much over if you do that, and kind of putting the names aside for a second. It's just a tactic of looking at this as okay, one person put a vote in, someone with more power didn't want them to go through, and now the little guy is throwing sticks and stones at the big guy, and it's like, yeah, mate, the big guy's living in a castle and he's got an army around him, like,
yeah, and throwing sticks and stones.
Yeah, sticks and stones. That's what, and then and the whale can catch. But yeah, I guess it'll be interesting to see how this goes out.
Interesting times.
Yeah.
It's a very good study in psychology. I'm surprised there aren't any teams. I'm sure there is a team having a look at how it's interacting. I hope there is.
Yeah.
Because it'd be a really good read in a few years about how this developed.
Yeah.
But we'll probably just find it's exactly the same as in the real world. People.
I've seen the videos on it's going to sound very childish, but for some reason when I'm on Facebook, because you just get lost in like the videos that you're watching. I watched a video on like the oldest Minecraft server or some shit, and like the way they go through about the historical events that went on, the groups that were formed, and all this sort of stuff. It's like a real life like documentary. And I could say the exact same thing being done about Decentraland, literally.
I mean,
someone going through and like documenting the groups that got together, the projects that they had going on, all that sort of,
Oh, I mean, they know the names and the like, the names of people who were hanging around. Like, they know right now, Judas the DarkRainbows is at the position of -68, -115. And when they go into the world, 20% of their time is spent together. So, okay, they're affiliated, you know what I mean? And the Rez is also in there, and, the Rez and Tobik new legends. Okay, these guys are at the academy whatever amount of time, or at Rez's gallery whatever amount of time. Okay, this is one group. It's pretty easy to do.
And you know, sometimes when I'm in the preview scene, checking out my scenes for the build, someone joins me. Someone joins me and they're walking around my build, and I'm thinking someone's just jumped into my preview scene and they're having a look at what I'm doing.
How can they do
and
that?
This is
what? Even before it's deployed?
Yeah, even before it's deployed. I'm not too sure if it's to do with the SDK, but some people have jumped in and I can see them there. I can see them on my map in the preview screen running towards where I am, thinking this is really strange. It's really strange.
It just goes to show how many people...
I mean, obviously, if I built a game... Yeah, sorry, go on.
No, you go.
I mean, if I built a game, I would put that functionality in. If, you know, if people were creating models and they're previewing it, I'd love to go and see what they're doing before they've even, you know, if you have this access to all this information and you're the founder, or, you know, the team, you can see all these new ideas before they're even deployed. You have all of those, so you capture everybody's ideas before they've even got them out, which is a little bit crafty, but fair enough. It's their game.
Well, it just goes to show how many people still have back doors and that you can't have access to them.
Yeah, I mean, is there something I can do to stop that?
Is there?
I don't know. Is that actually what happened, or is it just a glitch when someone is just an avatar turned up in my preview? I really don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah.
It's a ghost.
Yeah.
The meta ghost.
I mean, well, yeah.
So what do you think of my new hairstyle?
Yeah, I was just kind of trying to let that one go, mate. I mean, are you sure? I didn't think you could get. I didn't think you could get more hideous, but then you went with the pigtails, and I was like, wow, you did it.
Yeah.
Love it. That's hideous. I don't know if you could, if you can see that, Rez, but he's made an.
I don't even know where he is. Oh, I'll look at the stream.
Oh mate, you come live in our box. We've got a box each, Rez.
I've been running around the train tracks for like the past 30 minutes or something. I can't find you anywhere.
Have you really? You should have called us, mate.
Yeah, I've been trying to figure out where he's all, but it just.
Minus 68. Minus 115.
What server he's in?
Finra Amber.
Amber.
Finra.
That's him. Okay.
But yeah, we got to pick a box to live in.
Box.
Yeah.
So
hang out, mate.
We got the top floor.
Yeah, you got
penthouse box.
You got
box.
You got the penthouse box.
Oh.
With an attic.
Oh yeah, with an attic.
Good.
And how do you get in?
Is this the new like chilling spot or something in the boxes?
Yeah.
We're going to have an event here.
In the train station.
We're going to see how many people we can fit in our box. We're going to have how many avatars can you fit in a box day.
Yeah, that's right. There'll be like clowns in a
I'm
car.
going to create a pope for that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to create a pope for that, and we're going to set up an event.
Do it.
Come to our train station box. Done.
Do it. Do it.
I still can't like what.
Nah, loading in has been an issue. It took me and Judas like I don't know how many minutes just to get in here. I don't know what's going on, but it is time consuming.
You guys visited the London Underground?
Oh, Rez, I'll send you the link. I haven't.
There was an event there last night. It's
the cool. Underground.
Yeah, London Underground.
All right. Didn't know there was something.
Nice little thing. Yeah. They got this thing called the Hourglass Sessions now. They've had their second stream.
Right.
So apparently it was the proposal was shared with the team. They didn't discuss it at length, but they're individually voting on it.
Say that again. What was that?
What's that, sorry?
So the DAPRAF said that I asked them about the proposal and what their stance on it was.
Oh yeah.
And said that it was shared with the team, but they didn't discuss it at length, but they individually voted on it.
Oh wow.
Individually voted on it. So is it divided up into different wallets?
So like no, it's because they've all got their own land personally, including the land with the company. Yeah.
Okay. So how many different wallets are
Yeah.
there? Like, is there 5 or 6 different
In
owners?
DarkRainbows,
Yeah.
there's like 9 or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
So
something
there's
like
like
that.
30
But there's like,
partners. That's like 5 or
that's
6
like
each.
that's like 3D artists and stuff like that as well, though, and they all own land as well.
Yeah. Well, I think the probability
Yeah.
of them all voting together is probably high, being that they're
Well, so they've all got land each, and then they've all got Dapcraft land. So they have to
yeah.
vote together on the Dapcraft land, which I think is going to be more votes than the individual ones. I want to say.
Mm. Well, the fact that they're so divided like that,
It just
I can see why they would maybe want to have their votes delegated to someone, because if I basically share a business together, then the votes that I'm giving the votes that I'm giving to, or the votes that I'm delegating it to, they have the same interest. So
yeah.
they're just for whatever reason able to vote more time. So of course they're going to want to
Yeah,
delegate.
yeah. I mean, the guy who lets me build on his land, that's the same thing. He doesn't have the time. He would trust my decision. But at the same time, I don't know. I could use it to my advantage. I really could.
Yeah.
And if someone has substantial land,
Yeah.
like someone like DG, you're right. We just have to trust them. I think it's going to pass. I think it's going to pass.
Yeah, I think that's given. Yeah, we almost have to behave as if it's already done, and if we want to get a few steps ahead, or at least a better understanding of it, might as well behave as if it's gone through. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. And if it doesn't, then that's a good thing. But if it does, at least we were prepared for it as best we can be. No.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. I think I trust them. I think I trust them that they're going to stitch. They're not going to stitch the game up. I think it's more a tussle between the bigger teams.
Yeah.
So maybe DG doesn't want to stitch the small time player up. They want to have a little bit more dominance over their competition, which is understandable.
Yeah. I think they all want it to succeed, but they're just trying to grab as big a piece of the pie as possible because they know it's going to succeed.
Exactly. Yeah. I would probably do the same thing.
That's the hard part.
And that's me speaking honestly. If I had a company that was as successful as DG and I had lots of investors, lots of people wanting it to succeed, it seems like the route. This is the route.
Yeah, I mean, you're putting the balance, you're putting the probability in your favor.
Yeah.
I sent you
Survival
a link,
of the fittest.
Yeah, exactly what it is. Sharks fighting against each other. Did you get that link, Rez?
So that was
Oh yeah, sorry man. I'll jump in.
Yeah. No worries. I just wasn't sure. But yeah, it's a battle of the sharks, isn't it? Exactly what it is. Typically, whales don't eat each other.
Getting so many. Do you guys get lots of DMs on your Discord from just a random nonsense?
The best one I got was 100 RB. Will you buy my NFT for $50?
Did I send that?
Are they the kind of messages you sent out, Judas?
I try not to send it out to people I know.
Wow, I think I met a mate of yours. I'm going to ask him, hey, are you Judas's mate?
People come to me and they say, hey, I like this. I actually send it out for free. I say, yeah, no worries. Just here it is. Just give me your wallet address. It's gone. This YouTuber said to me, I really like this, and so I sent it to him. He said, I'm going to put it in my next video. I didn't send it because he said he's going to put it in his next video. He just said he really liked it. And he hasn't done the video.
Yeah.
Well, obviously a busy man.
Yeah.
Give him the benefit of the doubt. And I think he jumped into Decentraland hoping it was something greater and then realised that maybe it's not quite ready yet.
That's the thing.
Daily streaming.
Yeah. I mean, the big whales have been in it since 2017. You know, from the beginning. 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And I think we were saying earlier that they built this place that we're just kind of chilling on. And they don't want to lose control over it.
Yeah.
And neither do we.
Yeah, I mean, why would you want to give the decision making to the masses. You know, the masses usually make the wrong decisions.
Generally.
You know, the sheep, the herd mentality.
We kind of do need, like,
just because
it does make sense in a way. Like, why not give control to the people who were smarter than the rest of us? Like, that seems to make sense.
You have to. Yeah, but it's going to upset the, you know.
I mean, that makes sense to me.
There'll always be a tussle.
Like, give the. Well, I mean, there's an argument, easy argument to make that you should give control to the people who have the highest IQ. The problem is, if the people who have the highest IQ decide people with low IQ should disappear, that's the hard part.
Yeah. Yeah, like adult.
Yeah, I mean, you got to have the whole high IQ combined with, I guess, high morality.
Yeah.
But
that's hard to find.
yeah.
Sometimes the cleverer you get, the more detached you could become from what's happening around you.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I just made that up. I could be talking shit. Probably, yeah. I don't know many clever people apart from you, 100 Rainbows, and obviously.
Mutual.
Silly me.
That didn't sound thrown out at all. I was like, oh shit! I better.
Stand on the.
Took about. I think you're going backwards on that bike, mate. You're riding backwards there. Like.
Yeah, I'll just walk away.
Bit of backpedaling. Yeah, you go. You
just go stand in the corner by myself.
You get away from your box. You go live on the other side of the tracks. Hey, Judas, mate. Judas, you got a cigarette? You got a cigarette, bro? Mate.
Don't smoke, bro. Don't smoke, bro.
You don't smoke? You freaking look like someone that smokes.
I used to.
You look like you eat too much candy. And you need a haircut.
I've lost all my teeth. I smoked too much, I lost it. Yes.
Oh, mate, you need a haircut. Maybe
Do you want to touch my pigtails?
Oh, wouldn't mind. I'll give him a yank.
No.
What's the best one there? Oh,
Can't.
no. What's a good one? That's kind of a yank.
You just.
I'm
expecting more, mates. I mean,
turn around.
these
Turn around. Turn around.
Turn around.
Yeah, wait. Noogies! Noogies! Does it look like I'm giving you a noogie on your Noogies?
That's the one.
Giving him a pat. Giving him a pat. Number 5. No, number 6. There you
I love
go,
my
big
new
fella.
hairstyle.
Yeah.
Love
it's
it.
Different.
Stop it.
I mean, you definitely get the ugly award. That's for sure. That is for sure.
Let's change the colour up. I was gonna go red. I'll be honest.
Red hair.
The white's got a little bit more of a contrast. I haven't changed it. Where's the red gone? Oh,
no, please do.
Obviously. Oh, there we go. But you know, then you should be able to change the bands. Oh no, you can't see it. You should be able to change the bands to a different colour. I prefer the white. Right, look, I've got to go and actually be responsible.
No worries, mate. Good chat.
So, look after my box.
Yeah, I think I've got to head off as well, man.
Yeah, gotta leave the train station. Look after the kids. All right.
I'll see you guys in a bit.
See you, boys.
All right, take it easy, mate.
All right, so that's it. It's just DarkRainbows here, and we're gonna head off. Hope you enjoyed the conversation. Bye, everyone. Yeah.